Immediately having to face Lillicole. I always hate facing Lillicole. Like, I've got a Heatran, I should be alright. I know they can close combat me. When it was regular Lillicole, Heatran was amazing. Right. There's no Indeedee, though, so I can add... are they Terra Ghost? They're not. Oh, I could so easily lead with Sneasler. I'm going to. I know I said that I was going to lead with Gastron Heatran, like most games. No, that's not a Terra Ghost Lilligant. That is definitely a Sneasler lead. So... I gotta definitely bring Heatran. Heatran is amazing. They don't have Earth power. Ooh, Heatran's even better. So it's basically the Walking Wake and the Lilligant that are the only real threats to the Heatran. So I can keep the Heatran safe from the Walking Wake, though, by going for Gastrodon. Gastrodon's very reasonable to bring here. I think Sneasler Heatran seems fine, then Gastrodon. Probably Roaring Moon. Landorus is fine. I'm going to go Roaring Moon to start off with. This is fine. Here's just screens. I mean, they're going to try and snarl me, aren't they? I don't particularly care. Because I get the residual damage. I don't really care if Heatran gets snarled. The point is the Magma Storm chip. If I get something funky with the Diaclaw as well, that'd be nice. %50 is pretty busted. Although it's only like a 33% chance of getting something because one of them's paralysis. That was not a good play. What were you thinking? Seriously, what were you thinking? That's how busted Diaclaw can be. Well, this is looking pretty good. It's parting shot, isn't it? Okay, cool. I shall simply claim my KO and I will trap you. That was a good start. Not really sure why you would Terra Fairy there. Like, Earth Power is not doing much. You don't need to get rid of that weakness. I have no idea what the Terra Fairy was. But I'm not complaining, because I got good damage. Yeah, just getting the screens again. And I know I am technically trapping them, but they got passing shots, so it's not trapped. But, you know, good damage. And immediate switch into Gastrodon. And also, let's just trap you. Ideally, you go for Hydro Steam, and then you're trapped, and then you're just powering up my Gastrodon. This is looking pretty decent so far. Again, don't care about that parting shot, especially into Gastrodon. Hydro Steam. And the game is over. Yeah, I do connect. So the game is over. Very nice. Because now you're going to be just powering up my Gastrodon and it beats the Torkoal. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. So, what do they even have for that? I don't think they do. I'm going to leave the same thing. Because that was pretty sweet. And yeah, I'll just go with the same. Like, I don't see any reason not to. Because they're not Terra Ghosted. Like, if they switch up and try to go with Litigant, well, I just fake out and Magma Storm. And then I'm still fine. But that was quite nice. Can you upload, like, best of threes? Because I'm using this thing from Boulder BGC. Like, if you're not using this, go and check it out. This Pars 4.3, it's amazing. And go and follow Bauerdas because it's a free resource, absolutely worth it. But otherwise, I would upload this replay and copy it here. And then it gives a load of stats that's not going to have much at the moment, but will fill up when you do practice. So, okay, so again, what's wrong with immediate Gastrodon switching? Nothing. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, if they Draco the Gastrodon, good for them. but then you still just can't touch Heatran. And then you're trapped Dracoing, and then you've lost one of your answers to Heatran. Yeah, good play. However, you are now trapped. And therefore, I can now go for... what's the best way of doing it? Should be just this and Earth Power the Torkoal, right? So I get nice chip from the Fake Out. Big damage into Torkoal, so Eruption is useless, but they just overheat, that's fair enough. My Bulk on my Sneasler is clutch. Incineroar does not beat Heatran. I am now faster than the Walking Wake. However, they can just Fake Out my Sneasler. Bit awkward. Well, attempt to close combat. I think that this is preferable. I'm almost certainly Terra Fairying my Heatran, I think. Do I take the KO on the Walking Wake? I think I do. So then that just frees up my... oh, okay, that's fair. Like, that's reasonable. However, now you are -4. And really not doing much to Roaring Moon. So actually, I could probably just get away with terroring the Roaring Moon instead. Because I can probably knock off KO the Incineroar now. Right? Is it worth getting a Dragon Dance? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's probably worth, just so I don't take as much damage. And I do not want to KO the Walking Wake here, because it's a useless slot at the moment. So I will also Heavy Slam the Incineroar. Because, yeah, that's not much. Big damage. It was a KO. And hopefully this is going to put it in range of one more. Okay, yeah, that did nothing, which is what I hoped for, but it didn't put it in range of another attack. Okay, actually, no, because now I can be Thunderclapped. There's nothing wrong with Protect and Magma Storm here, is there? Because that's doing nothing at all. I basically just need to KO the Raging Bolt. I guess no, because they can switch out the Walking Wake now, can't they? Ah, but they don't have an Electric type attack, so I can Dragon Dance here. And again, I do not want to KO the Raging Bolt. Because I want to be able to go for another Dragon Dance in the second turn, because otherwise they get the speed boost. So I will Magma Storm again. Okay, they stayed in. Interesting. Pretty sure I do have a 100% win somewhere. But it can't be Protect and KO the Walking Wake, because they could switch into Torkoal and they get the paid switch back in. And the sun's back up. But they didn't switch, so I think this has won the game. It should KO with the Magma Storm, right? Yes, it does. So that should be game over. They can no longer beat the Heatran. Sweet. There's a couple of different ways that could have gone. There wasn't a absolutely guaranteed way, and if there was, I couldn't see it, and I need to get good and be able to see it. So. But already, there goes... oh, come on, no, stop Psy Spam. I can't be bothered with Psy Spam. Dragon Pulse. That's cool. Like, surely people aren't going to bring Psy Spam to EUIC. Like, come on. Come on. Don't be that guy. Right, so, didn't even notice the Iron Boulder. No Protect. It's got Bulldoze, that's annoying. Because that hits my Heatran pretty well. What's the Bulldoze for? Shell Smash, what? Okay. Interesting. Well, I think I can go with Chien-Pao and Heatran. Wait a minute. Heatran is amazing here. They don't have Earth Power. They have nothing for Heatran except for that Bulldoze. So I just need to KO that Iron Boulder, and then I'm sorted. So I'll do that. I'll bring Landorus. Do I need Gastrodon? Gastrodon kind of sucks here. Don't need it. Like, I know I am bottom of the ladder, but still. Alright, so eject button. So if I attack it, it switches. No, see, I don't like eject button on Indeedee. Because I get to hit you, and then Magma Storm the thing coming in. Like, what? What? That KO'd? That shouldn't KO. What? Well, that's got, like, no bulk. Okay. So then, like, they can't touch the Heatran, so I'm not concerned at all. Do I sacrifice my Chien-Pao? Do I even need the Chien-Pao anymore? Probably not, right? I can just afford to Sucker Punch and probably just Earth Power. Yeah, because they can't hit the Heatran. Doesn't matter that you're eruptioning, I guess I should say. She probably screens here because that instruct is kind of pointless. But then that's KO. Guess because the only thing that can hit me is the Iron Boulder, so I'll bring in Landorus in case it's that, and I get to intimidate it, and then it'll give it a speed boost for sure. I mean, yeah, that's cool. What did it give it? It was safety goggles. Okay. But yeah, now I just double it because they've used their Terror. Wouldn't have mattered. They got Steel Terror, so they're not getting rid of ground weakness. They're just screens. Don't really care. This does seem like a pretty straightforward one. And to be honest, I would like to face this at EUIC. This would be a lovely round to face. Just give me Earth Powerless Torkolds every single day when I'm using Heatran. Okay, that was a little bit of style instructing me. Very nice. Okay, now theoretically they should lead with the Iron Boulder so that they can counter my Heatran. But if they do, I just switch into Landorus turn 1, right? I guess I could lead with Landorus and just U-turn. The fact that Indeedee got KO'd, I think I'm inclined to go with that. Like, that's got to be a no bulk Indeedee. Because, like, that should do, like, 50% with the Ice Spinner. The fact that it just straight up O-code must mean it has no bulk. Which, you know, is fair when it has a eject button. Like, it doesn't need the bulk. Like, maybe the intention is it's just it gets KO'd. Might be an idea, actually, to Sacred Sword the Indeedee, so it definitely doesn't KO. They get ejected, and then I can Stomping Tantrum the Torkoal on the switch-in, and that's a KO. I mean, anything on the switch-in is a KO. Maybe even the Hatterene, because Sword of Ruin will be helping me. It won't, because it's Focus Sash. But the point still stands. Feel free to skip ahead until they choose their moves. Like, I'm not going to be doing any kind of like real editing to these things. Because like I mentioned in episode 1, which of course you've watched, it'd be very strange if you're watching episode 2 without watching episode 1. But these are mainly just for me. This is me selfishly doing these kind of videos because it helps me do better practice. And you also get to see it, which is a bonus. So. But then that means that I don't do any kind of editing. I just like click record and do the thing. And the thing at the moment is me stalling until they choose their moves. Because this is theoretically just a pretty clean game. They don't seem to have really anything for the Heatran apart from the Iron Boulder. So if that's KO'd, I win. See, you can skip. I have to wait. I guess while I'm waiting, I can put in the replay, can't I? Oh, there we go. And there is said Iron Boulder. Very nice. So that means, like I said, if I just KO that, I win. I don't think they can KO my Chien-Pao in one shot now. Like, I do just Stomping Tantrum the Iron Boulder, right? I could Sucker Punch it, but I don't think that would KO. They could have switched to a DD, so all that stuff. So I'm going to Ice Spin the Armourouge, because they're going to Terra Grass, expecting me to Stomping Tantrum the Armourouge. Oh, wait, they're Weak Armor. Okay. Right, okay, I didn't even notice they were weak Armor. Okay. Well, then I just Sucker Punch the Armourouge, and I also Stomping Tantrum the Armourouge, right? That should be U10. U10's better. Because if they Terra Grass, then I'll be able to. And now they bulldoze themselves. Thank you kindly. Nice. And they KO themselves. Very good. And that's a KO because I forgot that was super effective for a second. Yeah, that was... Okay, now I see what the bulldoze was. I completely missed Weak Armor. Like, obviously I just assumed, based on looking at it, that it was a... was a full Trick Room Tea, but clearly not. I need to read. Need to make sure I do that in the actual tournament. Go on, just click your move. We've already seen that indeed he gets KO'd. And then Heavy Slam will bring it down to the Sash, and then I'll win next turn. Bonk. And just don't make me wait 50 seconds, please. Thank you. I like how it's like instant upload with replays now. Previously you had to wait like 5 seconds. Now it's instant. It's great. And again, skip forward to the battle. Like I just did. So, that's a reasonable team. I think that Iron Hands is more common over the Rillaboom on this kind of team, but, you know, we have to deal with what we're facing. It's probably a Max Speed Ursaluna, given that it's Tornado Sand for Odoraph. That tends to be what it is. Swords Dance, that's cool. I used to really like Rillaboom with Swords Dance back in the day, in the previous generation. Because you could get away with just Grassy Glide, because then you could have the Woodhammer power, but more with G-Max Drum Solo. So you could get away with just Grassy Glide, and of course Grassy Glide was stronger back then. Right, I should probably think about what to do. Can I just lead? They do have Taunt, so I can't just lead with Gastron and Heatran. Well, they're not going to lead with Ursaluna, right? So I'm testing this, so I'm going to lead with that. Landorus is pretty decent. So I will bring it. I'll bring these for now. Yeah, it was just Flutter Mane. That's fine, because I can go for Protect and Heavy Slam on this turn. This is exactly what the Heavy Slam's for. Like, opposing Flutter Mane. Flash Cannon is useless. Like, don't use Flash Cannon on Heatran. It's really bad. Like, it 2-shots Flutter Mane, that's fine. But this just OHKOs. So. And if they Shadow Ball the Heatran, fair enough, but I've still got a completely healthy Gastrodon that I can Terra Poison. Oh, they're Terra Water. I need to read. Oh, they Shadow Ball Gastrodon. Nice. Yeah, I definitely need to read. Then Like, this is just me making assumptions. Like, every Flutter Mane is Terra Fairy. Didn't even read the water. I really need to. Right, so do I yawn on their taunt again, or do I just Ice Beam for damage into Tornadus? I think I'll Ice Beam. Yeah, because they just taunted. That's fine. It's always funny when people realise that they made the wrong play and like doubled the Gastron with Taunt and Shadow Ball, and then target the Heatran. It's always interesting. So, that's annoying that that's exactly a 2-shot. I need to do that calc after this. However, I can't protect the Gastrodon. I'd have ideally protected and switched to the Roaring Moon, because Roaring Moon's actually looking pretty decent right now. I think I would just Ice Beam and switch to the Roaring Moon. I don't need the Magma Storm chip at this point. They were going to be faster regardless how they attack the Gastrodon anyway. It's fine, so long as it's not Ursaluna. Oh, it's Frigoraph. Why did they do that? I guess I've got a Terra out of the Dazzling Gleam KO. Then that means Shadow Ball can hit me properly. Do I need to, though? Because it doesn't KO me. Do I need a Terra for anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, oh, and they switched anyway, so that's good. Because I get Chip into the Ursaluna as well. Because that's definitely a KO. Taunt wears off, right? So I can double protect on this turn and stall out Tailwind. So this should be fine. The Ursaluna should outspeed my Heatran though, so I think sacking it next turn is perfectly fine. But then I won't have 2 Pokemon that can protect, because Landorus can't protect. They won't be able to KO me in 1 though. I guess if they have Blood Moon, like, still active. Hopefully they Blood Moon this turn. Okay. No, actually I'd have preferred if they didn't and they Blood Mooned this turn. That would have been better. So, Hype Voice, does that KO my Roaring Moon? I'm pretty bulky. So I can just switch to Heatran here and attempt to knock off the Flutter Mane. Oh yeah, Hype Voice is KOing. What was I thinking? Of course it's KOing. But I can go with Landorus here. Yeah. That seems fine. I can protect the Heatran. And U-turn should KO the Flutter Mane, so it's protect. Do I need to? Because the Dazzling Gleam does nothing. No, I can attack here. Because the Dazzling Gleam does nothing. So U-turn will KO. Crit didn't matter. Switch to Gastro. They KO one of them or both. It's both. But now they should be in range of Banded. Stomping Tantrum. Surely Landorus. There you go. Cool. That seemed reasonable. Now, they are Covert Cloak, so my Sneasel is kind of useless. I'm going to just do the same thing. But they're not going to taunt this time because they saw I just attacked. Then my Chien-Pao and Roaring Moon instead of Landorus. It would have been a bit safer of an endgame if I had Chien-Pao instead of Landorus, because I could have just Sucker Punch to KO the Flutter Mane. Yeah. And if they switch it up and bring one of their grass Pokemon to counter the Gastrodon, then Heatran does well. So they don't have high horsepower on the Rillaboom. And if they Terra, they can't hit Heatran, so then they're weaker. Immediate Earth Luna, okay. Okay. This is actually pretty decent from them. What to do with this then? Might be worth just sacrificing Gastrodon to the Woodhammer recoil. Because they're going to take so much from the recoil. I think it is. And I can Magma Storm the Ursaluna. Oh, okay. Well, this is fine. Because I KO the Ogerpon now. I don't KO the Ogerpon now, but I can just protect. Is that worth it? It's got to be, right? Yeah, there's no downside. The Ursaluna switches, oh no. Didn't matter. Interesting turn to use your Terra. Also, my my Roaring Moon is a lot worse against the Flutter Mane now. No, this is a terrible position. It just doesn't give him Hyper Voice for the win. And I can't do anything. So yeah, that's not ideal. Unless they are Min Speed Ursaluna for some reason, but surely I've already seen. I have. And then Blood Moon KO the guy. Oh, they didn't Blood Moon. Okay, I get chip, I put it in Sucker Punch range, so there's definitely still a reasonable chance. But I'm going to wait a bit so it's not obvious that I'm going for Sucker Punch into the Flutter Mane. But that was an opportunity for them to Blood Moon, and they didn't take it. So now that should be Sucker Punch range. And I can Yawn the Earth... is it better to Yawn the Ursaluna, or is it just Earth Powered chip? Because that might put it in Sucker Punch range itself. Ooh, they could have Farigiraf in the back. If they do, there's nothing I can do. So I'm just play as if they don't. Oh, it's Tornadus, okay. I achieve nothing that turn, but, you know, I get some lefties. Right, so now I don't survive Blood Moon with Chien-Pao. And I must keep the Chien-Pao. Because I need to be able to Sucker Punch the Flutter Mane because it doesn't gleams through the rest of my team because I've used my Terror early. Which is not ideal. So I will Earth Power and I'll switch to Roaring Moon here. And I'll probably lose my Gastrodon regardless. If they don't Blood Moon, I'm going to be annoyed. They didn't Blood Moon. That wouldn't have KO'd my Chien-Pao. That could have been a Sacred Sword KO into the Ursaluna. And it's not. So now it is try and preserve. Not sure why they didn't Blood Moon. They haven't Blood Moon at all this game. I don't know why. But this combination will KO. Even if it's Hyper Voice. Well, it's still Hyper Voice. Oh no, my Chien-Pao's just super clutch. KOs? Doesn't KO. That would have been it. Now I need to dodge Oblique Wind. Yeah, it just has to be dodge Oblique Wind, doesn't it? Okay, that's reasonable. But we're dodging! We are not dodging. Okay, so that was interesting play from them. They gave me chances back into the game. They Blood Mooned at any point and got to their KO. They would have won for sure, but they did give me ways back into the game. Like a Bleak Wind Storm miss there would have won me the game. So now I'm not going to lead the same thing because that was really bad into what they led. So I'm not going to bring Gastrodon to this game because it's actually not very good. I think I'll bring Sneasler and Heatran. If they lead with Tornadus this game, oh no. Chien-Pao is still good. And so long as I preserve my Terror, my Roaring Moon is still fine. So I'm just not going to Terror anything except for the... Okay. Now I could just KO the Ursaluna this turn, but they could protect and Trick Room. But then my Heatran would underspeed them. But I want to switch into my Chien-Pao so that I KO the Ursaluna with close combat. And I'm going to do so. And they're going to realise that they can't protect and Trick Room here because the Heatran would have undersped the Ursaluna. Damn it. They didn't realise. So now... That's annoying because I could have just undersped with the Heatran. Could have also doubled the Frigoraph. But alas. Now it's not looking ideal. Because that's just a KO. And again, it's like it's not a Blood Moon. What are they doing? Are they not reading the team sheet? But yeah, this is... no, to be fair, now, this is okay. This is okay, because Heatran underspeeds. And it's going to hit this Magma Storm even though it's not zoom lensed. Right. Right. Because if you do Heatran, we're in a great position. Oh. Yes. Easy. They didn't realise. How could you not realise? Now... Yeah, they might not have anything for the Heatran anymore. Like, did they not think about the Heatran would underspeed? I'm going to Storm the Frigoraph. I'll attempt to Ice Spinner, and I don't expect to. Oh, nice. Getting 2 Magma Storms without the zoom lens. Nice one, Heatran. And that's a KO into Frigoraph as well. That's good. And the final one is Flutter Mane, so it's game over, because now I just double it. Very nice. Because like I said, I'm surprised they went for Trick Room, because, you know, then I underspeed with the Heatran. But bonk, and that's game. Very good. Nice. So, did I upload the other replay? Don't know if I did. Oops. No, I didn't. And I should put it, because as nice as it is to keep 100% win, I didn't. So, now you can see here that, yeah, that's the thought, that things are actually being filled in, rather than just being, like, nothing at all. And you can notice already, especially with the Heatran, 14 Magma Storms, more than half of the rest of the moves combined. So... yeah, I'm pretty happy with Magma Storm, and I'm not sure why people didn't discover Zoom Lens any sooner than I have.